Hey golfers, I'm Drew Mahowald of Second Swing Golf here at the Second Swing Minnetonka store, joined by Kevin Kraft, master club fitter from our Columbia store. He is in town. We are filming a video for you on some irons from PING. We've got G440, which is this one right here, and Kevin's got G430. So we're going to do kind of a previous generation versus the current model head-to-head comparison. As a disclaimer, if you've been watching the channel, this probably looks a little different. It's because it is. Our current content bay is under construction, so we've kind of adapted to one of the demo bays in the store here. I don't know if the construction is still going to be ongoing while the store is open, but you might hear some background noise there as well. Now, Kevin, G430 and G440, you've got G430 in your hand. It's been kind of their inline game improvement iron now for 2 years.
2 years.
What do you like about that one?
You know, PING's just such a good constant performer, right? Really forgiving. We get great trajectory. PING's been my #1 go-to for trajectory for all 15 years that I've been fitting. Doesn't win every battle, but if we're looking for trajectory, PING's going to be in that mix, right? So good looks. They got this wonderfully rounded off top, so it doesn't look like a big, thick, chunky game improvement club, right? It's got some good offset for those who like or need offset. Good ball speeds. I mean, it's just a good all-around performer.
Yeah. I was curious because I thought G430 kind of nailed it in a lot of respects.
Yeah.
You know, checking all the boxes, if you will. Yeah. So G440, I kind of like the way they've cleaned up back of it. Looks
I do like the new back badge.
Yes.
Yep,
I think that looks a lot more kind of simple and clean.
Yep.
But remains to be seen performance-wise how that plays out. So let's talk quickly shaft and kind of, you know, hosel setting, if you will, here.
Yeah, so AWT 2.0.
Okay.
AWT 3.0.
Okay.
Basically same shaft.
Yeah, just available technical options we have with hosel and components, if you will. So
yes.
So slight difference potentially.
Yeah.
But
the new hosel adapter for fitting with PING is
really
primo. Good. So the only issue is we're kind of caught between new school and old school.
Yeah.
But it's still a G thing, no matter what.
It's still a G thing. Yes. Okay, so we'll start with the G430. Have you hit a few shots, as we usually do?
Hopefully I can turn this. Hopefully I can turn these over.
Yeah.
There's a little more offset in here than
with
we had with the Elite.
The context there for the viewers is that we just filmed another iron test in which Kevin's draw just didn't quite show up very often. So we'll see if the G430 can turn that thing over. Same looking shot. Hey, that's just one golf shot. You got a lot left here.
And I was really hoping that maybe, you know, just having some more offset would like fix everything automatically, and I would just get my draw back. But
that sounded like a much better swing and contact. Yeah, pretty similar.
Trying, right? I mean,
it certainly is.
It's trying my patience.
So 3 swings in.
Hey!
There's a little bit of a draw. 3 swings in. How's the feel of this one?
It's good.
And sound, I guess.
It's good. Both are good.
Yep.
Yeah. It sounds pretty fast. It's got a good tone to it.
Yeah.
Nothing too high pitched or tingy or sounding like the face is breaking or anything like that.
I will say your landing angle on that one was over 50, but you've been hovering around 50 so far with everything.
What I like here is we had a draw with great height and good spin.
Yep. Just a little. That spin is the same as the last shot, though. So.
That's good. You know what that is?
Spin consistency.
Spin consistency. That's correct.
Yep. PING will appreciate you saying that.
They should really appreciate the fact that it took me 6 months to be able to actually get it off my tongue.
Yeah, spin.
I was just saying Spin
S's.
City for a long time there, right?
Doesn't quite.
Do you know what Spin City was?
I don't. So you're
Michael J. Fox TV show. Spin City.
Spin City?
Yeah, he was a reporter or worked in
Okay, well.
Yeah.
Was it on a major network?
Flying
or was it
straight over Drew's head.
Was that on a major network or was it?
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What?
Think about how
what
big
time-
Michael J. Fox was. I mean, not stature-wise, but you know, in terms of
No,
his,
I'm aware of
yeah.
who Michael J. Fox is.
Yeah.
But
Well, that's good.
that particular show. Well, here.
That one just
I wanted to clarify
slipped
that.
by ya.
I wanted to clarify that because I could see a scenario where you believe that you think that I don't know who Michael J. Fox is. So.
Yeah, that's a real thing.
So.
Now that I know you do know,
Yeah.
kudos.
Yeah.
However, there is a scenario here where I do not believe you know
I got you.
too much about
I know.
cultural references. So, yeah. Just a hair heavy.
Yeah, it sounded.
Let's see what it does to the spin. Oh, yeah.
Knocked
yeah,
her
that,
down.
That took it out.
That's pretty standard though.
So here's one of those things where, you know, we work indoors, we work off mats. And a lot of people are like, man, I really wish this was outdoors off grass. Well, we know when you catch it slightly heavy because that is what happens.
Yes.
The spin just plummets. So we know. We're paying attention.
The other thing to note though too is if your conditions are very soft, the club might not glide as seamlessly off, you know, through soft turf.
Oh, you can't get away with the kinds of things
versus
you get away with in here.
a firm mat.
We see the spin come down and the ball goes forever.
Yeah.
That does not happen on the golf course.
It could on a firm lie. It could.
Maybe.
But
Maybe.
yeah.
Depends on how far behind it.
Yeah, that's true.
is.
All right, I've lost track of how many shots this is. But
I
I'm
don't
just gonna
know.
Look here in a second.
I can hit this thing all day though. Feels
All
good.
right, so we've got 7 shots. That's perfect.
Okay.
We've got. Let's see. I know. Actually, I think this is for sure one
That's
outlier.
definitely the throw outer for
Yeah,
sure.
I say let's go with 6 out of 7
Okay.
for this one. So, what do we like here? I mean, the dispersion's pretty nice, pretty consistent. Right?
There's not much to dislike here.
Right.
If we look at, if you can expand out to all the numbers real
Yes,
quick.
I can.
We've got a pretty good spin number for a game improvement club. We're almost at 5,000 RPM.
Yes, we are.
We are at, what's our height?
I got to scroll
Ah,
far side.
107 feet in the air with one little bit of a low one. 49.4 on the landing angle. We got some pretty good stopping power here, right? We got good trajectory. We got good ball speed. You know, 143 on the smash factor. Again, I'm not normally a 143 kind of guy, so these fast faces are kind of fun.
Yeah. This is really, again, this is what I was referring to when I was saying that the G430 kind of checked the boxes.
Yeah.
Looks good. I think the one note I made just aesthetically was that kind of back badge. It's sort of a little bit on the back side of the G430, but the performance is really good. I mean, your launch angle too. You're launching the ball plenty high as well.
Yeah.
So that was not. I mean, height. Hitting good iron shots with the distance, but also the height and the stopping power, the spin rate. It's all there with G430.
Yeah.
So G440 is next. Let's see if
Okay.
we can duplicate that or even surpass it. All right. How'd that one feel?
Actually, it felt pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
The other one sounded pretty good.
Yeah.
A little more spin that time.
Yeah. That might have been a
that a-
smidge thin. Yeah.
Twas a smidge thin.
Indeed.
I love the word smidge, by the way.
Smidge is a good word. Or you can go full length and smidgen.
Smidgen, okay. Vocabulary lesson from Kevin Kraft, English major.
That also was a bit thin.
Okay.
There's a bit, but there's no.
The spin rate
no
doesn't really
bitten.
reflect it there. Yeah. Just, okay.
There's bitten. It's just a different thing. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Give me a couple more good ones here.
Okay.
How's that one?
Hanging right.
Interesting. So I don't know, we have some more digging to do, but I think your spin has been consistently higher with G440.
It has, from what I've seen. Now that one was hit pretty good.
Okay.
Oh, just
Dude.
shoot me. Wait, there's another TV show. Did you watch Just Shoot Me?
No.
David Spade. Blank look.
No.
Totally lost. He's got nothing.
Well,
Okay.
I'm trying to tag this.
Oh,
stuff
okay.
Here.
All right.
That's my
He's
excuse.
actually working while I'm making references.
You're seeking out ways to make fun of me. Dispersion. I like how zoomed in this all is here. So we also
Ooh.
I need to we took out I believe this one with
Yeah.
Here we go. This is a little bit more of what I thought it would look like
Yes.
here.
Yes. Yes.
Because we got 6 good ones with G440.
Okay.
One thing I wanted to bring up too, because you mentioned a couple times hitting it thin, so
Yeah.
because of that, I want to just look at impact location.
Okay.
So there's the G440 average
Okay.
and G430. Okay, so you're below the equator, so to speak, average with both of them,
Yeah.
with G430 and G440. So
It didn't feel like it was way in the out in the toe with the 30, but okay.
so we'll start with dispersion here. What's your takeaway here?
Pretty
They're
similar.
both really good.
Pretty similar. Yeah. I don't have, other than it being about 7 yards further right than I want it to be. It's fine. Maybe I need to change my lie angle or something.
Those are not very far from each other.
No.
None of them are.
No, they're not.
So you got that going for you.
Yeah.
Numbers wise, if we were to break these down.
Yeah.
So
I swung this one faster.
you swung it faster, but not as efficiently
got
in
the
terms
same
of the
ball
strike.
speed. Okay.
So the smash factor, you were at 143 with G430. So potentially, I don't know if we can claim for sure that it's faster, but we can definitely, because of the impact location differences and stuff. But the big kind of thing that I'm noting right here is a spin difference.
Yeah. Yeah.
A little more spin with G440, and also it's consistent.
And I believe that was part of what they wanted.
Yeah.
Right? The manufacturers have pushed the limits of how low they can make spin and how low they can make trajectory and have something that's actually good for a golfer. So when I see a new iteration of a golf club that spins a little more and lands even slightly steeper, how about heights?
I got to scroll one little inch over
there.
here.
Okay,
Wow.
exact same.
The same.
All right,
Landing
cool.
angle's the same, basically.
Yeah,
the launch
pretty
angle
close.
was the same.
Yep. Spin though, I'll take almost 400 more extra RPM.
Yeah.
And
Really the difference here is the spin. Now if you had, hit 143 smash with the G440 with that club speed, you would have had more distance. That probably would have been a lot closer. Obviously, on this particular test, technically lost distance. But I think what I like is that it seemed like the feedback you were providing on the impact location on the G440 shots was that it might have been a few different places, and we can kind of maybe even see that here. So yeah, you were below the equator for the most part. At least that's how I was reading. But nonetheless, you had a couple heel, couple toe, right?
Yeah.
And so despite that though, I'm not trying to pick on you.
No, it's just.
But I'm saying, despite that, the spin was a plus or minus deviation of 154. So that's
spin consistency.
Spin-sistency.
Yeah.
Yes. That's pretty good. Now,
it is.
I needed to get your feedback on, I didn't ask about the sound or feel with G440 either.
So it's a little clickier.
Yeah.
It's a little more high-pitched.
Than G430.
Yeah, 440.
G440 is compared to G430.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah. So there's that. Individual results may vary, right? So what somebody likes to hear versus what they don't like to hear.
Yeah, that is different by person.
So
I had to, I know, because that's something that you mentioned to me off camera, so I wanted to get your feedback on it. But
it didn't sound through this. I've heard a few strikes in fittings that sounded almost in line with the G730, which has a very different auditory response.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Okay. Well, what we did notice performance-wise, there's some pretty clear-cut takeaways data for sure. We saw some more spin, and we saw it was very consistent on the spin too. Every single shot was in that lower 5,000s range,
which is awesome.
So,
think about it, right? You're standing on a par 3, pins up in the front, and you got water, You don't want to be standing there going, well, I wonder which version of this swing I'm going to get. Am I going to get something that spins up and comes short? Am I going to get something that's, get a rocket that goes long? You want to have that consistency, and that just helps. What's the number one thing people ask for in a fitting? I need consistency. Okay. Well, guess what? Usually they drop the C word on me. I drop the P word back on them. That's mostly going to come out of practice. However, if we can find a golf club that does things more consistently, there you go.
Which, I mean, right across the board here, the deviation numbers are smaller with basically every metric with G440. So spin, carry, total, launch angle, I mean, everything, you name it. So get fit for G440 or G430, depending on, whether, budget, sound and feel preferences as well are going to go into this. But both are really good irons. Both are going to give you great performance, consistency, launch, and height. As you mentioned, is a big kind of key for PING irons in this category. So if those are things that you want in your game, two great options here. Get with a fitter like Kevin, and we'll get you dialed in with a new PING iron set. So
absolutely.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Kevin Kraft, for testing today.
Yeah.